In my younger days, when I was a very active amateur radio operator, the state of the art was a super heterodyne receiver called in short as superhead. Superhead had a local oscillator and converted the received high frequency into a lower intermediate frequency for more efficient processing. Prior to that, it was a simple tuned circuit with amplification of a rectified signal which had problem with selectivity. Now, when I am trying to return back to the hobby after retirement, as expected, I find that the buzz of the day is SDR. SDR uses software or firmware to process the radio frequency signals, which was a task done by hardware earlier. Some of the hardware components of previous amateur radio frequency transceiver were mixers, filters, amplifiers, modulators, and demodulators. To avoid problems of selectivity, multiple bandpass filters are used at the front end while receiving signals from various bands. In one commercial equipment about which I read has as many as 15 bandpass filters. Now what is webSDR? WebSDR is an SDR connected to the internet so that multiple users can actually tune it and use it to listen to the frequency of their choice simultaneously. The web SDRs can be accessed if you know the URL using a personal computer connected to the internet without the need for any other software or hardware. There are several web SDRs out there for amateur and non-amateur bands. I am routinely listening to the web SDR for Qatar Oscar 100 geostationary amateur radio satellite. LMR SDR covers from 160 meter to 10 meter band and gives an output up to 50 milliwatt, which has to be amplified further using a linear amplifier if needed. It is based on Arduino Nano microprocessor and SI5351 programmable clock generator. A computer and sound card are needed for the operation of the basic version of LMR SDR and uses Power SDR software. Yesterday, View3GEX told me about standalone versions of LMR SDR which do not need a computer. He mentioned that ESP32 and STM32 can be used in standalone LMR SDR. STM32 is a family of 32-bit microcontroller integrated circuits by ST Microelectronics. ESP32 is a series of low-cost, low-power microcontrollers. To my great surprise, a search for ESP32 standalone LMR SDR brought me to RD Vibes, a website by View3ZOF, whom I have been hearing and talking to on 40 meter for the past few days. According to the website, the standalone variant was developed by YD1GSE and uses ESP32A1S processor. The exciter front-end design is similar to the usual LMR SDR. So it is getting more and more interesting.